Congress just introduced the most aggressive green card bill I have ever seen. We're talking a 3-year pause, $200,000 minimum salary, ends the OPT program, no dependents, no green card transition. And this is the big one, no staffing agencies, so no more body shop employment in the U.S. for H-1B employees. The timing of this is not random. This comes immediately on the heels of Microsoft laying off a record number of experienced U.S. workers. You'll know that we reported on that just last week in my other video. Now, undoubtedly, I'm going to get positioned as some kind of radical. I'm going to get an immense amount of hate for this video. The algorithm is going to deprioritize this video like crazy. Please share this on X. It's the only place the word about this thing can get out without being totally censored by the algorithm. But this is quite a common sense bill in its provisions. As I mentioned, record tech unemployment in America right now. We have tons of very experienced software engineers, product managers, all sorts of tech personnel on the workforce that are unemployed, that are not working right now. The logical first step seems to be that you would want to hook those Americans up with jobs they're well qualified for before you open the gates to international talent. As I said in my tweet that's getting quite a lot of traction now too, this is not about the quality of Indian software engineers. This is about American executives exploiting a loophole to do things cheaper, to exploit not only American workers, but also H-1B employees as well. This bill proposes to just totally stop the program for 3 years, which I think at a bare minimum, that would be a good start. But okay, hold up, Dr. J. I was just at my grandparents' house and they were watching C-SPAN because that's what grandparents watch. And I haven't heard anybody on the floor talking about this bill. Well, that's because it's a bit of a messaging bill right now. There's been no vote, no discussion, no committee. This is not becoming law next week. And I'm bearish that it will ever become law because it's too sensible and it's too correct for the American people. And we know that current administration, all of our leadership, pretty much all of our senators, all of our representatives do everything they can for private Epstein class interests to extract wealth from the working class, from people like you and I, anyone who is outside of that ultra wealthy Lolita Express private jet group. But it is significant because it tells you where the energy is moving politically, that a couple of politicians would even get together and propose this bill. One of the authors, Eli Crane, is actually based in Arizona, up in Prescott. It's not that far away from me. I have reached out to his team about potentially doing an interview with him so we can ask him some questions about where he hopes this bill will go and how he hopes to get this through to law, if there's any realistic path to do so. So I really hope he'll join me on the Dr. Josh C. Simmons show and we can have that conversation. The reason I really like this bill is it targets the business model. The business model is the problem. The old model for H-1B was executives at a large company want rare international talent, right? This is the compelling story that we're all told about why the H-1B program exists. Americans are just too dumb to fill all of the software engineering jobs. We just don't have enough intelligent U.S. citizens that can fill those jobs. That's the story that they are telling us all. But everyone is woken up to that by this point. But the news story is, and everybody knows this, I've given you a peek in the kimono by telling you what went on at the highest levels of American Express is they disenfranchised and targeted American workers in favor of what executives want now out of the H-1B program, which is low leverage, low income labor, compliant labor that will do whatever they say because they can threaten to just kick them out of the country. And it's not just American Express. Everyone is getting away with this. With our Microsoft video last week, the story they're telling is they're offering these voluntary buyouts, aka layoffs with some gag money so they don't talk about what's going on inside of the company. They're offering those to their most experienced workers. And the story is we need some more money for AI infrastructure. But the real story is, as we saw in the video when I went through the numbers, they are just hiring more aggressively through the H-1B program and through offshoring. And so the American tech worker, which is going to bleed out into the regular workforce, and you're crazy if you don't think it is, but the American tech worker is right now fighting a battle on 3 fronts. They're fighting a battle on 3 fronts, and they cannot prevail as is. They're fighting AI-mediated technology chipping away at their jobs. They're fighting imported labor chipping away at their jobs, and they're fighting offshored labor chipping away at their jobs. This bill matters even if it doesn't pass because it names that system. It forces people to talk about it and engage with it on those terms. If you're in a situation where you've been laid off or you're dealing with this at work, like many people are, I would say 80% of tech workers are dealing with either a layoff, they're currently job hunting, or they're in a situation where they know that the walls are closing in on them at a large corporation. They're doing more offshoring. They have a Hyderabad office all of a sudden, and they know that it's just a matter of time. I'm writing a tactical guide, a short PDF that is going to give you a rundown on how to lay off proof yourself, make yourself more resilient, and make yourself more competitive for jobs in this environment. These are tips from somebody who's been on the other side of the table many times. And I can tell you that these tips are going to help you stay employed. And if you're laid off, they're going to help you get back on your feet into another tech job. Sign up for my newsletter at drjoshcsimmons.kit.com to be notified when that comes out. Anyone who's on the mailing list when that drops will receive a really steep discount on that. So go ahead and sign up for the newsletter now if you want early access to that PDF. Look, this bill probably fails. In my tweet, I assigned it about a 2% chance of becoming law at all, and a 0% chance or near 0% chance of becoming law as is without extreme concessions in the bill. But what this will force is a conversation about the issues, a rallying point, something for people to point to and say, this is not a racial issue. This is not a value issue. This is corporate greed run amok. We see this for what it is. We see these large corporations saying that AI is improving productivity so much that we need to lay off. All the while, behind your back, they're spinning up other offices in India and disenfranchising American workers. But I have to go because it looks like the storm clouds are rolling in and it's about to rain.